Well, I've got the eUnited boys here with me for their check-in. It is Variety, Hurriwind, and GuyJ. Good to get a chance to get to know you, GuyJ. We'll talk a little bit about how everyone got started. This is just sort of hopefully a bit more of a relaxed, fun interview to get to know a bit more about you all in Smite and a little bit outside of the game as well. So just go ahead and hop in as soon as you feel like you got an answer. Don't have to go in any particular order here. We'll start off with an easy one, though. How did you all get started playing Smite? What was the inspiration, or what got you first pulled into the game?
I'll go first.
Sure.
Basically, I begged my mum for a PC just to play DayZ, but I was the only one in my friend group with a PC, and I got kind of bored of it near the end, so I was looking for a new game to play. And so I was just looking through Twitch, and that's when I found Allied Stream, and I was like, oh my god, this game looks sick. And then I just downloaded and started playing it on my own, and now here I am.
Did you love it right away? Were you addicted to it right away? Did it have to grow on you? How did it feel at the beginning?
Well, I watched it for like a month straight before actually playing the game, so I already knew that I pretty much enjoyed the game a lot without even playing it. So yeah.
All right, Hurriwind, how'd you get started?
Yeah, so for me, I just had a laptop. I didn't even have a PC just for college, and I don't know. I saw someone playing on YouTube. I couldn't even tell you who. And I just started playing it, and I only played a game or two a day, if that. And I just watched Lassus on Twitch. I think I found him through the launch, or he was available on the launcher, or something. He was advertised somewhere or whatever as one of the top Twitch streamers. And then I remember I randomly got against him one game, and I killed him a couple times, and I thought maybe I'm good, even though I know for a fact I was my KD was 1-3 or something, and I was just getting farmed by him most of the game. And then I just looked for a team and went from there.
I know I was 13, and I basically, same thing Harry said, begged my mom for a computer. I got a laptop, an HP Envy, and I was watching Rooster Teeth videos, if you guys know that YouTube channel, and they were playing Smite, and that's what drew my attention first, and then I just played it.
I think I was the same way, Guy. I was one of the Achievement Hunter videos, and I kept thinking, there's no way it's as hard as they're making it look. I've got to give this game a try, or something like that. Yeah, totally in the same boat. Well, what's your favorite god to play that isn't viable in the SPL, or maybe the rest of your team wouldn't want you to pick when you're in the Pixin band or something like that? Any god come to mind that you'd want to play, but you just feel like he isn't quite, or they're not quite good enough to play?
I'm filling Snoopy's shoes, and that I love playing Vulcan. I love Vulcan. I think he's so much fun, and I hope the guys give me a chance, but it's probably not a good idea.
Y'all don't want to see the Vulcan ADC? You shot that one down, or?
Nah, I'm good for now. Maybe if we get a win, I'll let him play.
All right, Hurry, what do you want to pull out that maybe just isn't quite ready just yet, or might need a couple buffs before you can play it?
I don't know, to be honest. Maybe some chalk mid. Maybe buff up chalk a bit more. We could go crazy. We could go crazy mode with some chalk.
What do you think he needs? Is it his early?
It might actually be OP. I was playing it. I was maybe playing it before him. Okay, we've gotten this argument before, but I was playing it a while ago. So. It's up for debate, that's for sure.
For me, I'd probably say Yanis, just because I don't know, his kit's just probably the most fun in the game with the ultimate as well. Just sniping people across the map, and he's just super fast with his 3 and his pulls, and you can just walk around the map with blink and just steal everything on cooldown.
Well, it'd be a great flex pick. Everyone would think it's a Hurriwind, right? So you got that in the back pocket if ever ends up going over to solo. Okay. Well, this is always my favorite one to ask here. What is the easiest role in the game to play? What just the easiest? You can turn your brain off and play this role. Don't even have to think about it.
I'd honestly say solo, because you can just sit there in lane and do nothing but hit totem. So it's pretty simple, honestly. There's not much you have to do. Maybe mid, actually. Mid, you just sit in mid and farm. So probably one of them too.
Solo or mid?
Yeah, I was worried Harry was going to say solo, and then I was going to say mid, and then Guy might say ADC. But I think it's that might have been the core of our problems right there. No, I don't know. I think it's mid probably, to be honest. Mid is just I think that you can kind of hide in mid sometimes, and you don't have to do anything particularly well. It's pretty safe, and a lot of the characters, people I don't know, you're just playing artillery in the back sometimes if your team's doing well. So I think it's mid, honestly.
Okay,
but not for me, of course. Just clarify.
I think you can find yourself playing a pretty good ADC if you're just in the right place at the right time, holding left click. So I think it's ADC. I think it's carry because you can get funneled a lot of farm, you can get guided through your lane with your support, and then yeah, you're just in the right spot holding left click, and you get a triple kill, and you're like, yeah.
This is the first time everyone has said their own role. For the most part, the other teams I talked to all wanted to pile on ADC, but glad to see maybe they're getting a little bit of love here, I suppose. What is you all's, to talk a little bit, I guess, about outside of Smite, what is your favorite activity to do as a team that instead of playing Smite together, do you guys have like a game night or something? Do you all get together and I don't know, it's harder to go out now, obviously, with everything that's going on with COVID, but did you all play any sports together or anything like that? What is the team like to do outside of Smite?
I can take this one. Me and Tyler have been playing Smash.
Okay.
So that's super fun. And then me and Harry, I don't know, we kind of like switch off making each other meals sometimes.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Who are y'all maining in Smash? I don't mind a quick rundown. Who wins more often between you and her? And be honest.
Tyler. I'm so bad at Smash. I'm so bad. I really like Cloud. We don't even have the characters unlocked. We're still in the process of unlocking these characters. So I don't even have my character, but yeah.
Yeah, I've played a bit more than Guy, I think, as well. Like on my system, I don't have everything unlocked. I used to play at a friend's place, but I played Dark Samus and Luigi.
Okay, not bad. Variety, you and Guy trade off cooking for each other? Is that what's going on? Talk to me a little bit about that, I guess.
Yeah, basically before Guy got here, it was me and Screams, and now Guy's just taking Scream's place.
Scream gets to chill down.
Yeah,
I get it.
All right, well, who on the team is most likely to be late for scrims? This is like oversleeping, maybe forgot that you had something or in something else like that.
Okay. It's obviously
It's
Tyler.
Harry. It's probably
obviously Tyler.
it's probably this guy or maybe that guy.
I see everyone pointing at Hurry, so Hurry, you got to defend yourself here, man.
Okay,
there is
for
no
the
defense
record,
for this guy. There is no defense for this guy.
I think we can all agree that I've been doing a much better job. For the record, I'm not late. I'm just not early. I literally come like right on time. Like most of the time, I literally walk in the scrim start, which is not the best. And I've been better as of late. But I mean, I'm just competing against like the Olympians of being on time. Like not to call anyone out specifically, but if I'm screaming Sanguine, you know I'm not starting any earlier than 15 minutes late. Okay, so I've got them beat by a big mile. They are doing better than us, but I mean, these guys are just the best. What can I say? So I mean, it's hard to beat. So I'm not late. Okay, I'm just right on time. So just to be clear on that.
If scrim start at 12, you're there at 12, not a minute sooner.
Yeah, I've got to mentally prep. I mean, imagine working with Scream, right? Like,
yeah,
12 is about as much. Like, I don't know how these guys do it. Like, 12 is about the best you can ask from me, honestly. At that point, of course, I'm not waking up at 12. I mean, let's be real. Like, I would never do that. So.
That would never be Tyler.
Never. So he's always there right on time, guys. Not a few minutes later, or anything like that. He is there at 12 at the very least.
No, I don't think we've had to get on anybody about being actually late. So
good.
There will be a pause at the start of the game, though.
Yeah, I gotta use the bathroom.
Probably a pause.
Yeah, we will get into the game, and there will be a pause. So
just a short one. Just a short one. That might be impacting who wants to scrim us. Hopefully not. With a quick pause at the beginning.
It is what it is.
Well, who is the loudest person in comms during games and scrims? Like the one who's popping off when things are going well, or just kind of talking the most in general? Who's the loudest person in game?
Is that even someone specific?
I don't know. I feel like it's whoever hits the ult that fight.
Yeah, I feel like it changes.
Whoever hits the ult that fight just starts screaming, and that's.
I think it's gonna good. I think like whoever like sees the fight is going like well early enough, or sees the fight is going like poorly early enough to make like a big call, like okay, get out, or like it's a really good fight, like hit through.
I will say there's nobody that's too quiet in those situations. Like anybody who sees that situation will address it the same way.
I agree.
Okay.
Probably true.
Pretty cool. Everyone's popping off. Well, you all kind of talked this a little bit already, but who would you say is the best cook in the house? If you had to rely on one other person to cook in the house, who would it be at this point?
It's got to be me.
I'm giving it to Harry, yeah, 100%.
Harry cooks the most like variety of stuff. Like Snoopy cooks too sometimes, but he doesn't cook like a bunch of stuff. He usually cooks the same stuff, and it's not like super technical. He does have a cookbook though. I haven't seen him move since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it has been on the kitchen counter the entire year since we moved here, so
It's looking a little too pristine for our level, I think. So that's got to be Harry, I'd say.
yeah.
Okay, not a bad title to have there, Variety. I suppose you can hold on to that one. Who in the SPL is your favorite person to like lane against or play against, and who is your least favorite person to play against? And it could be for any reason. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be that they're good or bad or personal or anything. But who's your favorite or least favorite person to lane against?
Least favorite is probably Ducky. When he was going through that phase of playing Nox and Afro every single game, whether it was in ranked or scrims, he was just playing it first pick regardless, and I was just mentally out of it. I couldn't take it anymore. But in terms of the favorite, I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really think I have one. They're all below me.
It's all easy for you, right? Whoever it is that lines up doesn't change it.
That's kind of a hard question. Especially like in mid, I feel like, because I'm not like 1v1ing them really for any more than like a wave.
Sure.
But like my least favorite is probably Paul, I'd have to say, because he just plays like really back most of the time. Just most of the time, so there's not like as much action around mid as like I would like usually. Like it's usually just whoever has pressure walks in maybe, and there's not much of a fight. And I kind of like to be a bit more active, and so I guess going off that same note, I'd say my favorite is probably like Twig. I would say to play against, just because he's always getting in there. You can always like be assured that something interesting is going to be happening in the game if Twig is the enemy mid laner. So that's good. I don't know.
He's up to something at least.
Yeah, well, man, that's for sure.
For least favorite, can I just say every solo laner? I just don't like playing in solo laners.
They got SMITEPro and Nemean and Shell.
Yeah, it's like Cthulhu and Amaterasu, and I'm just walking away the whole game. But my favorites is definitely Barra. I'm a big Barra guy. But everything in lane is so respectful. It goes so well in lane against Barra because it's all proper, And then you got awesome Jake, who just kind of like complete 180s on that and just walks at you. But as long as it's me and Barra, it's a good time. We're content. We're good with it.
So as long as there's no solo laners around, you're largely having a good time, though. It sounds like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Do y'all have any pre-game rituals you like to do? Do you always make sure you have like a certain drink before the game, or do you got to make sure that something goes just right before you get into the game? I know Tyler, you got to have a quick pause and then you can start the game up. Does everyone else have a pre-game ritual?
I wouldn't say so. Honestly, I can't just turn up and play. Honestly,
not necessarily for me. It's just kind of been like using my mind. I have had like a lot of nerves with the new SPL stuff, but just playing the game as it lays in front of me is definitely the best way to do it, and that's the way I've been trying to keep my mental.
Yeah, on the real, I just make sure I'm up like at least an hour before the game, so I've like time for my brain to like wake up and like have some caffeine. Like ideally coffee, but this year I've been like drinking like soda and stuff. Just something like maybe an energy drink if I'm desperate. And a screen goes for the G Fuel. That's when he's at his most dangerous. I know that. So if you see, that's what he'd say.
Do you all have your favorite warm up god? You hop into jungle practice, make sure that everything's clicking the right way for you before the game starts up. I've heard a lot of Uller when I ask this question. He feels pretty good to warm up with.
I do Uller in practice, but I do Thor in arena. I'm a big arena Thor player.
One of those guys.
Yeah. Well, definitely, I think everyone can agree. Like Uller's like up there. He's just like fast paced. There's like a lot of like animation canceling, like auto attack canceling, stuff like that. So I think like he's probably the best. I like playing Persephone just because she's fun and she's not open a lot, and because I think there's like a lot of like skill with like that takes like a lot of brain power to like time like right when her flowers grow and stuff like that to like pre-auto them. And like to auto them like short range for like if you have a tier 2 plant and you like shoot at short range and cancel it fast enough, you can explode it like right in front of you, and that's good practice for me at least. Even though it's slower ping, so you can get away with like more, but yeah.
I'd probably say Achilles, just because similar reason to Ul. except you can auto cancel really well with all of his abilities. So yeah, probably Achilles. Sometimes Tyr.
Sometimes Tyr. Okay. Well, I think we talked about this a little bit already, but which god in the game would you most like to see buffed, and what's the buff you'd have in mind, big or small? It's okay if maybe it would even break the character or something like that, but is there anyone in the game you'd like to see maybe get a little bit of love in the buff department?
I can go. I love
Yeah.
Apollo, and we don't see Apollo being played at all.
Okay.
So I don't know what you would buff about him, but anything that makes that character meta, I'm happy with.
I feel like he's already so close. His ult's got to be good, right? I mean, the ability to get anywhere across the map. Is it the early game or something? You got any idea? What do you need a little bit of help with?
I know his dash is bad.
Okay.
Just because it's very easily cancelable. It's not the fastest, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure the love Apollo needs, but I'll definitely play
Just
him.
CC immune in the dash, you know. Give him that. It'll be
right. Something. Maybe I should just whip it. Honestly, maybe I don't need to wait for a buff. Maybe I just run it.
Maybe he's OP already.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
That's what we've been missing.
There you go.
Everyone's been playing Silver Branch. Got to be good on Apollo. You're thinking, right?
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head's at right now.
I have no idea. I would maybe say a Guardian. I think a lot of the physical items and the warriors themselves are in a pretty good spot, so I'd say maybe like a Guardian solo.
Give them magical sledge. Is that what you think? We
Yeah,
get some
that would be
guardians going
sick.
every game.
That would be sick.
I'd
Maybe
be
nerf
building it
Cthulhu
on
with
mages,
them
though.
buffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's nerf Cthulhu first, and then we can talk about buffs.
I mean, you got to be tired of seeing
man.
Cthulhu Ama every time you load into solo. I feel like over there. So
Yeah, it's getting pretty stale.
They're not fun anywhere else on the map either, Finch. So keep that in mind.
For real. Trust me. We're not happy about it either.
Okay, I have it my idea as well. I don't know if Agro's talked about this before as well for Janus. Change to the alt, where you'd have to like aim it in one spot and you'd have to sit there and aim it, but you would see the line go through like the whole map. You'd see the targeter like on the enemy team and your team. And then after like a second and a half, or like 2 seconds, whatever is balance, it would instantly like fire like a blast in that area. Like there would be no travel time.
Right.
And that way you could like combo with people like across the map or something, and your global would be like more effective at impacting the side lanes outside of like just rotating. So you could see where the portals are going to go. You could see where the blast is going to go. Obviously, it would be like a worse defensive tool because you're sitting there and casting it. You'd still be CC immune, but I think like you might have to be a bit more careful with your positioning like throughout the game, so you're not like you don't have that tool to like get out as easy because you can't move to the wall with it. You'd have to already be on the wall, but I think that'd be a cool buff. I don't think it would ever happen. It's probably a design nightmare, but I think Aggro would agree, and maybe he can push that a little bit harder in the future. But I think that would be a cool buff, and more people would play him probably as well. So you could like reliably, like I don't know, you get blink ults, and you have enough time, like on the other side of them, like in dual lane, you might actually have enough time to just like charge in and hit them from mid lane. I feel like that'd be pretty impactful.
So if Giannis ult ends up super strong, we know that was Hurry and Aggro working together.
Yeah, no, it's not strong enough, actually. It needs to be stronger. That'd be awesome.
All right, guys. What role would you most like to play in the SPL other than your own? So you can't play solo or mid or hunter anymore. What role would you want to play at that level then?
Probably mid, because I think the mages in general just have like probably the most fun kit design in the game. So yeah, probably mid, honestly.
I'd like to play jungle. Personally, I think jungle has like a lot of fun characters. I think it's like honestly like a pretty frustrating role, but I also think it's really a high impact role. I think there's a lot of variability with like how you can play and your play style and like how you can play with your teams. I just think there's probably like the most to it. And I really want to play Seth some more. I'll tell you that much. I didn't get enough of it playing it in the dual lane last year, so I'd really like to get some more Seth games in. So if I could
if
do
Scream can do it, right? I mean, obviously.
If Scream can do it, I mean, well.
Scream can do anything. He loves to tell us how he's the best player in each role, and if there's 5 Screams, he'll be number 1.
If Scream was playing mid and ADC and support and solo as well, then we wouldn't be 0-4 right now. Yeah.
Right, you just need 4 other Screams, right?
Yeah.
He actually thinks that. That's a crazy thing. I mean, maybe he's right. Who knows? I mean, the world will literally never know. unless cloning comes out, and I'm sure if cloning came out, that's the first thing anyone would want to do is have 5 of him.
Yeah.
I would
5
love to see
screams in a
him.
row.
I just want to say I would love to see him interact with him, by the way. A little bit of a tangent, but Scream interact with Scream. I'd love to see how they come to a resolution on something that would just be something every researcher should want to see on the planets.
I love that even these interviews can't escape the Tyler Scream banter. It never stops. It never stops.
It's not me specifically. I'm just the current guy playing with him, okay? Whoever it happened to be, I'm sure would be saying something similar. I love him. He's good. He's a very talented guy. Just so we're clear, okay? You're just getting a little look in at the scrim and stuff. And usually he'd be there throwing shade back, but he can't because he decided not to come to this. So that's what he gets.
There you go.
Well, Guy,
what
role do you want to play? Yeah.
Sorry. I'm gonna hijack Harry's answer. I'm gonna say mids because they're fun. Like their kits are just more fun. And if I got to be a carry player and just click a button for 1,000 damage, I'd enjoy that.
Right,
So.
they only have to hit one ability the whole fight.
I feel like we're pushing it now with the easiness level. Okay, there's a little bit more to it than that. Okay, you have to position right, some other stuff, like
some other things.
Mid-laner stuff. Mid-laner get it.
Okay, I see.
All right. Well, who on the team would you say is most likely to pay attention to Twitter or Twitch chat or Reddit or that sort of stuff? Like if something came up there, who would be most likely, do you think, to worry about it? I'm sure the team doesn't let that stuff bother them anymore at this point, but who would be the most likely to have that pulled up?
Definitely not me.
That stuff doesn't bother you at all, right?
Not me.
Do you mean
No.
what's like if somebody commented something rude or hateful, who would let it get to them?
I suppose so, yeah. Or who'd be the most likely to, to even be looking at that stuff if something were to show up?
Okay.
Maybe Guy because he's like newer.
Yeah, probably me.
But yeah, that's what I would say. I wouldn't say like anyone sticks out to me, like even Guy. But like whenever you're newer, I think like you definitely notice that stuff a bit more.
Sure.
It's more with you. I don't think like it affects Guy or like anyone on our team, but probably just because he's like the newest.
Right.
I would have to guess.
I would say, I'm not seasoned like these guys and like battle hardened, but I definitely don't read things and I don't know, pay them much attention. I don't think it gets to me, but I am aware of them. Definitely is something punctual in my mind. So.
Yeah, I died at Creeps my first LAN, so it couldn't be any worse than that. So whatever you have to say now will never match what people said about that. So
I don't know. I feel like chat has been ravenous this year. Maybe it's because everyone's forced to stay home, but they have been coming after everyone, it's felt like. So this is a great time to ignore them. They have been in a mood. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, keep trying.
Yeah, no one's safe.
I feel like even though we had the 3 of you here, we still got a little bit of Scream in this too, thanks to Hurriwind. So I appreciate that. I feel like we had all 4 of you here today from eUnited. I appreciate y'all taking some time to talk to us. Again, we got Variety, Hurriwind, and GuyJ here. Looking forward to seeing plenty more matches from you guys. And again, thanks for giving me a little bit of time.